T, and today we will be going over how to navigate word problems and how to calculate the sample size based on information given in a word problem. So this says you want to obtain a sample to estimate a population mean. Based on previous evidence, you believe the population standard deviation is approximately 38.2. You would like to be 95% confident that your estimate is within 2 of the true population mean. How large of a sample size is required? Okay, so here the important elements is they gave us population standard deviation. They said that they would like to be 95% confident. And then they said that the estimate is within 2 of the true population mean. Okay? So essentially, the way that you would go about solving this, we're going to write out our givens on the side. So given, they gave us standard deviation of 38.2. They gave us confident. If we're 95% confident, that distinctly means that we are 5% not confidence. Our alpha would be 0.05. And then we have a margin of error of 2. Okay, so if we go through the steps of actually solving for the Z critical value, essentially all you would need to do, remember that P for critical values, especially for confidence intervals, is 1 minus alpha divided by 2. So 1 minus 0.05 divided by 2 equals 0.975. So essentially you would go to the Z table chart. You can do this in Excel and also in your calculator. Window, there we go. So essentially we would find the Z score that matches 0.975, and we see 975 right here, and we match it to be 1.96. Okay, so our Z critical value is 1.96. 1.96. Now, the formula to solve for this would be N equals Z times the standard deviation over error squared. Okay? So we would just solve. So N equals Z, which is 1.96 times the standard deviation, which is 38.2, over 2 squared. Okay, so when we do that, 1.96 times 38.2 divided by 2 squared, that distinctly gives us roughly 1401.454. Now, when we're dealing with people specifically, we can't have a 0.454 of people, right? So that means we have to round it. So essentially your sample size that's necessary and needed is 1402. You essentially would square your answer for accuracy and relay it back to the question. So in order to conduct whatever we're trying to conduct, this is a really broad question, you essentially need a sample size of 1402. Okay? I hope you found this to be helpful. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out. Okay? Take care.